The next chapter is about to begin. Join us live every Tuesday and Thursday for brand new episodes of the American Contractor Show. Our mission is to bring you the latest tools, innovations, and knowledge to help you become the most informed contractor in your market. Knowledge is the ultimate power, and we are connecting you with the most knowledgeable minds in our industry. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. American Contractors, I hope you're ready. This one's for you.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor that's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
What's up, everybody? Lead meteorologist John Choquette here for a daily forecast, sponsored as always, as you see in the description below. C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and Art of the Supplement. They're all in the description, and of course, you saw those commercials at the beginning there. So we're going to jump right into it, guys. We have a chance for some hail and wind in the northeast today, back in my neck of the woods. Strong winds, margin of severe hail. We've already had a quarter report come in Pennsylvania, though it looks like they might have been a little generous with the size, but we do have a chance for some of that today. Things quiet down, but then our more significant severe weather risks return starting on Friday. More substantial severe weather, especially in Texas and Oklahoma for your Friday, and then even after that, a more major outbreak is possible going into next week, possibly on Tuesday, especially for DFW and OKC. So we're going to break that down a little bit for you guys, especially since it's a little quiet here the next couple of days. Before we get into that, I'm updating the storm report totals through yesterday. We didn't have anything yesterday, but the main reason I'm talking about it is to just kind of compare what we've seen so far this year to what we've seen last year to date. So instead of doing normal year to date, we're just comparing directly to 2020. And first thing that stands out, the high wind reports that came in 2020 through today, or through yesterday, is well over 5,000. And that is mostly because we had a lot of derecho events that happened pretty early in the year, making the wind way, way, way above average. But notice we're actually running about 300 reports behind in terms of hail compared to last year. And that's honestly because, if you haven't noticed, it's been pretty quiet here across the central section of April. Usually you get a little more activity than what we've seen so far, and this is kind of hurting our forecast a little bit in all honesty. But it looks like things are going to be turning around pretty substantially here over the next few days. That's kind of why I'm bringing it up a little. Curious to see how quickly we'll catch up to 2020 and hopefully get ahead of it. So current conditions right now, we're just going to zoom in to the northeast where we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect through this evening across Connecticut, Massachusetts, parts of New York, New Jersey, and down into the Delmarva Peninsula. And you already can see here, as of noon, we have a line of storms already trying to develop here in western New Jersey, and even some isolated storms down south into Maryland, where we have severe thunderstorm warnings south of Washington, D.C., and then just east of the Chesapeake Bay, and a severe thunderstorm warning for this line of storms. And it looks like we'll see more activity kind of happen through the majority of this afternoon, and by this evening, things are really going to wind down. So current temperatures across the country, cool across everywhere except for Florida and in New York City. So it's 65 in New York City. That's real pleasant for April 21st. And 86 in Miami. And other than that, it is chilly and dry across the entire U.S. And that's why we haven't seen too much severe weather the last few days. So you can see that with those dew points. Again, very, very dry. 24-degree dew point in Dallas and 43-degree dew point in New Orleans. That means you got that moisture getting swept through the Gulf itself. So it's going to take a few days, or about a day, for our moisture to recover for tomorrow, for Friday. So that's why I don't think we'll see too much beyond just today. So about half hour from now here, you see those storms. They're already ongoing. Future radar pushes that into a line of storms. So about 3 o'clock, we're moving into central Connecticut. A lot of this activity is already off the East Coast. and then up into New Hampshire as well. There's a chance, again, this is going to be primarily gusty winds here in southern New England and central New England, but there is that chance for some marginally severe hail as well. And by the time we get to about the 5 o'clock hour, we have the storms closing in on Boston. After that, everything comes off the coast and really dies off as the sun sets, and it's going to be a quiet evening across the northeast. So, hail forecast for today. It's really just kind of focused here on the East Coast in the I-95 corridor from about Fairfield County here in Connecticut all the way down to the Virginia Beach area. Again, quarter to $half size hails, your absolute maximum. That's going to be for Philadelphia, for New York, for Baltimore, up here by Danbury, and all the way down into the Virginia Beach area. And it's going to be this afternoon by the time, again, we get to the 4 or 5 o'clock hour. This is going to be moving off the coast for the majority of this risk area. So it's going to be over the next couple of hours. Wind forecast, this is going to be a little more expansive here. We can have wind gusts upwards of 60 to 65 miles an hour, especially in Connecticut, in western and central sections of Connecticut. So my parents are watching, just, maybe bring the patio furniture inside. And all the way down into Philadelphia, and lesser chances, again, it looks like more isolated storms for the Delmarva Peninsula and down towards Virginia Beach. So you got that lower chance for gusty winds there. Moving ahead, so we're going to look at the future dew points here. We're going to kind of see how things are going to play out over the next few days. I mentioned tomorrow's going to be quiet. We're going to see that moisture beginning to return here across Texas on Thursday. So this is at 12 p.m. You notice the higher dew points where you see the green, that's the moisture beginning to come back. And we push it all the way up here to Friday. And I have highlighted in red where we're thinking severe weather is going to be for your Friday. This is at 6 p.m. So from Oklahoma City down to Dallas, possibly down towards Houston, we could see some severe weather. Pushing ahead to Saturday, that risk shifts along with it into the southeastern states, possibly some hail, wind, tornadoes. All hazards are at play here for your Saturday. And then things kind of cool off a little bit. And notice the moisture doesn't really completely disappear. You can see the lighter greens here for your Sunday, and that moisture is going to come streaming back here on Monday. And it looks like we're really going to see excellent moisture return, seeing that higher dew points all the way up towards Minneapolis. We haven't seen that at all yet this year. Finally, we call it the Gulf being open for business. A lot more moisture, deep, impactful moisture coming in for your Tuesday. And this could be a much more significant severe weather risk for your Tuesday on the 27th, and then pushing forward to the 28th, it shifts a little bit further east as well. So that's what we're looking at for the long range here for the next week or so. For tomorrow specifically, again, since we are just getting that moisture return to start, no severe hail is expected for the 22nd. However, looking ahead to Friday, this is what we're highlighting right now. We're going to have to keep a close eye on this. This could be a pretty intense severe weather day, especially on the I-35 corridor. Looks like we got to see some storms in southwestern Oklahoma that could move towards OKC, and then a pretty sharp dry line that's going to be west of Dallas. We could see some pretty intense storms here from Dallas to Austin to San Antonio, possibly east towards Houston, and then into the overnight hours, extending into Mississippi and Alabama. Friday could be a pretty active day. Saturday could also be a pretty active day. Might be less hail and more wind and tornadoes for your Saturday from New Orleans to Atlanta to Charleston. And then finally on Sunday, the system will kick off the coast, and there could be some low-end chance across eastern North Carolina and South Carolina, and then into the Florida Peninsula. And after that, even then, we're looking at for your Tuesday could be a more significant risk as well. DFW extended forecast, yes, we are bringing those extended hail forecasts back. We're kind of getting towards closer to what would be the peak of severe weather season. So I'm just going to kind of tease this in here. We're seeing Friday is going to be your best chance right now. For Dallas specifically, up to baseball size hails, what we're looking at right now. I'm already pretty moderately confident about that for your Friday. And I do not have Monday and Tuesday on here, but Tuesday I'd probably highlight in the red as well. Saturday, again, I saw somebody for severe. Yes, there will be severe weather on Saturday in the deep south states of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. So stay tuned with us here, guys. We got a lot more activity finally coming back here. It's going to start feeling like spring again. So follow us on our social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Hit See First on Facebook so you don't miss any of our live coverage or any great content that we like to post. And if you want more details, you can get yourself set up, need training, whatever it may be, great number to call is 855-334-4245. Email us as well, info@hailtrace.com, or visit our website for more details. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll see you again tomorrow at 12 p.m. Do those hill dances. Maybe we'll have some great news for the end of this week. See you tomorrow.